We are now going to look at the document application of Google Docs, and we'll start by going through some of the menu features that are perhaps a little bit different than what you're used to. In the File menu, you can share your document with other people. Students could share it with the teacher, so the teacher could read the document as it's being created. Students can share with other students so they can collaborate on a project and so forth. Another thing to mention is that there is a download as feature. Because this is on the internet, you might want to download it to your local computer, and you have the options of downloading it as a Word document and some other features along the way. But I think the Word document, maybe the PDF document, and perhaps one day you just want to type it up and make it a web page, and you could do that too. So you have various features here to save it in different formats on your own computer. In the Edit menu, you have just your basic copy, paste, undo, redo options. In the View menu, the one thing I want to point out to you is the equation toolbar, and I'm going to click to put a check mark there and show you what that's like. By check marking the Show Equation toolbar, you now have this little toolbar underneath, and by clicking New Equation, you'll notice these other little features now are highlighted. They each have their own little down pointing arrow that if you click on it, you can then insert special little symbols. For example, teachers can't always, when typing up tests, enter weird fractions like 5/9, and that's very small. Let me make that bigger here. So you could make a fraction look like a fraction by using that little equation toolbar, and that's very nice. Show spelling suggestions. Make sure students keep that checked, because when they misspell a word and they hit the space, they will get a red underline. All they have to do is right click, and it will say at the top, "Did you mean?" and it will try to figure out what they meant so that they can just select it and have the correct word. Going on, we'll look at the Insert menu. You can insert images, you can insert links, and you can do this on almost all word processors, but let me just show you how it works. Let's say I want to link to Google. I'll just text to display will be the word Google, and then I will link to a web address, and I have to type the full web address, including the HTTP part, and I will hit then OK. And this will be a link later when we share it out. Notice I can't click on it right now. You can insert links to bookmarks. Well, what is a bookmark? A bookmark is a certain location in your document. If you have a document that's 5, 6, 25, 30 pages long, you can have links that take you to the different parts of that document. So this is page number 2, and I'm going to put a bookmark right here by going to the Insert menu, Bookmark feature, and notice it has a little bookmark there. And then up here I will say go to page number 2, and I'm going to highlight it and then go to Insert, Link. Now Text to Display has the words that I had just written, so they're already there. But the Link to part, I now want to link to a bookmark. I only have one bookmark on this document. If there were more, they would be listed here. I select the bookmark I want, and I hit OK. And again, later on, and I'll show you this later, you can click on this word and go to Google, and you can click on this phrase and go down to page 2. And we'll look at that in a little bit. So images and links, this just brings up the equation toolbar. You have a drawing feature where, let's say you, for whatever reason, you want a nice arrow in your document. So you draw your arrow, you get it shaped and sized in the color just the way you want, and then you hit Save and Close. Now the arrow is in your document. If you click on it one time, you can do a little bit of resizing just like you do in Word, but it's a little bit more awkward on how you place images within Google Docs. If you click Edit, that just brings you back to this page. So if I select Fixed Position, I can move it. I can move it a little bit. It's just very awkward on how it moves. And if I ever figure out the trick to that, I will let you know. But you can move it. You might have to play with it a little. It's not as easy as Microsoft Word. What else in the Insert menu? We also have an area where you can insert comments. And so if you are the teacher or the student and you want to correspond with the other person that you're sharing this document, you can do that. Check your spelling. It's right there, and when the student then opens their document the next time, because we're sharing this document, they will see this comment I have made. The others are fairly basic things that you've had in other types of word processors. Format menu, you have your basic formatting options that are mainly across the toolbar here. In the Tools menu, here's one that I like. It's Define. So I can type in a word. Haphazard, I don't know what that means. And I click Define, and it brings it up and gives me synonyms and definitions and should help me out with understanding that word. Now, before I said that we'd see how you can get to these different links. Well, if you have shared your document, and you can do that by going to the File menu and Share, or you can go to the little Share button up at the top right hand corner. And right now it's private, but I'm going to change that and make it public. And I'll save that. That means public, anybody can see that. And it gives me a link to share it with other people. I'm going to right click and copy it and hit done. And now I'm going to log out of this, and I'm going to log out as myself so you know that I'm not signed in as myself anymore. And I'm going to go to a blank page, and I'm going to hit paste, and I'm going to paste in that address. And this is what the other people that you've shared it with will see. Notice it says view only. They can't do anything. They can download it to their own computer, but they can't really edit this document at all. They can't move the arrow. They can't delete anything. I'm trying to hit the delete key. They can't delete anything. But notice the word Google. Now I can click and it goes to Google. I can also click here and it jumps down to page number 2. So those links do work, but only when it's actually made shareable with other people. That was a lot of quick information, but you can watch this video back as many times as you need. So that's some more features of Google Docs.